I would like to introduce Kevin Lally, induction 42nd in the Hall of Fame for men's lacrosse. Kevin. So, I will be brief because the accolades for Mr. Lally can go on and on. Kevin was a 2006 graduate with a major of sports management. Kevin's knack for the assist catapulted him to the top not only of Endicott's record books, but among the NCAA's all-time leaders. He still ranks first in program history and career points and assists, while holding second place in the NCAA Division III record books for assists and fifth place in points. He was the NCAA statistical champion in 2003, 2005, and 2006. For his excellence on the field, Kevin was named CCC Rookie of the Year, CCC Offensive Player of the Year twice, All-CC for 4 straight seasons, ECAC New England Player of the Year as a junior, and All-Region 2 times. And ultimately, Kevin was named a USILA Honorable Mention All-American as a senior. As Kevin went, so did the goals, with back-to-back-to-back CCC championships from 2004 to 2006 and in 2005. Endicott won their first ever NCAA tournament with an 11-10 road win over Keene State. Over the course of 4 seasons, Endicott never lost a conference game, remarkably going 32-0 during Kevin's 4 years, and an overall record of 54 wins and 22 losses. Today, Kevin works as a regional manager for Oracle, resides in New Hampshire, and as I said, is engaged to be married to Kiera. Mr. Lally, congratulations.
Good morning, everyone. I was told I needed to keep this brief. For those of you that don't know me, I like to hear myself speak. You can ask Coach Quirk or any of the refs in the NCAA. First and foremost, I'll keep it really quick, as I know most of the students, the guys and gals, were up late last night studying in the library, as Dr. Wiley told me. But I am indeed humbled and honored to be inducted into the Hall of Fame for such an outstanding college, and I say that from the bottom of my heart. I would like to start by thanking the faculty and staff for planning and executing such an amazing day. I would also like to thank my parents, Kevin and Sharon Lally, for giving me the opportunity to attend Endicott College. For my father, he was the one that would wake up early in the morning and bring me to football practice or lacrosse practice or basketball practice, and he was my #1 supporter. He was always there to push me and drive me. For my mom, she was the loud mother in the stands, sitting in the front row. You could always hear her screaming my name or one of my friends' names, and I thank her for that. If it wasn't for their guidance, support, commitment, and love, I wouldn't be standing here today. Also attending today's event is my wonderful fiancée, Kiera Blaine. I owe her a special thanks for her support and love. I've dragged her, rain, snow, sleet, or shine, to multiple lacrosse games and alumni events and other Endicott activities without any complaints from her. As I said last night, I've even kicked her out of the living room multiple times so I can stream the lacrosse game on our 65-inch TV. She is now part of and forever a Gull. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and Kiera for being so supportive throughout the years, as I couldn't have wished for a better support system. I also need to give a special thanks to my high school coach, Brian O'Reilly, who was my football and lacrosse coach at Pinkerton Academy, Jay Delanoy, who is here today in the front row, who was a high school coach of mine, an elite coach, and a mentor throughout my playing career. My high school teammates and teachers, as they all played an important piece of getting me prepared for the next step in my life. I'm going to tell a brief story. I told the story last night, so those of you that were here last night, you're going to hear a similar story on how I arrived at Endicott College, I was a junior in high school. It was actually December 31st, New Year's Eve. It was basketball season, and I was trying out for a travel lacrosse team, which I shouldn't have been doing during the season. And Jay Delanoy was actually my coach. We're up in Grantham, New Hampshire in a dome, and I tore my ACL. And for my spring athletes in the room, and for the coaches, most of you know that your sophomore, junior year in spring is your biggest recruiting year. And to me, I thought my Division I hopes or playing college lacrosse hopes were ruined. During that time, a lot of the Division I, II, and III coaches dropped off and stopped calling the house, stopped sending letters. Some of the coaches reached out to my father and my high school coach, presenting that I should go to prep school to see if I had the ability to play at the college level. There was one special man that kept calling my house, and that was Sean Quirk. And what was special about Coach Quirk is when he called, he would never ask about lacrosse. The first thing that we would talk about is my family, my mom, my dad. My sister was playing lacrosse at LaSalle at the time. He would ask how she was doing. We'd talk about some of my friends. He knew Joe Young really well, which was one of my best friends. He would ask about him. He would ask about what was going on in my life. He'd ask about academics, how school was going, but we never talked about lacrosse. Every other coach that would call, and for the student athletes in the room, we didn't have cell phones at this time, so they would call my house, and my mom or dad would say, "Hey Kevin, there's a coach on the phone for you." And the first thing the coach would say is, "Hey Kevin, have you been in the gym? How much do you weigh? How fast is your 40? How's your grades?" Never once asked about my family or my sister or my friends, and that's what separated Coach Quirk. He was very family oriented, and as the guy I know that played for Endicott lacrosse, we oftentimes yell family during our cheers, and that's what it truly was to come to play for my father, Sean Quirk. And that'll bring me to my next point. I need to give a very special thanks to coach, mentor, father figure, and best friend Sean Quirk for always being there for me over the last 13 years during the ups and downs. He's truly molded me into the man I am today. He's always been by my side, supporting and guiding me into the next phase of my life, no matter what the circumstance was. He has guided me to be the best at what I do and work to achieve excellence day in and day out, all while understanding there is always room to grow or improve. As you all know, Sean Quirk is one of a kind, and Endicott College is truly best to have this man as part of the athletic department and as going to help mold and mentor young adults into mature and successful adults in the outside world. And what special day or year better than this year for me to be inducted into the Hall of Fame coming off Coach Quirk's last season as the head men's lacrosse coach. It's a very special moment for me and my family. During my 4 years at Endicott, I had the chance to play with the best brothers in the world, and if it wasn't for their leadership and guidance, this prestigious award would not be possible. In my eyes, this should be a team award presented to all the players that participated in men's lacrosse from 2002 to 2006, as it wouldn't be possible for me to be standing here if it wasn't for all of them and their support. The men of Endicott lacrosse have helped carry me on the field, off the field, in the classroom, and in life. To Cam, Will, and Will, best of luck this season. Bring home the CCC championship and hopefully a national championship, as that's our #1 goal. I'll leave you with this last thought. Lou Holtz once said, "If you want to be happy for an hour, eat a steak. If you want to be happy for a day, play golf. If you want to be happy for a week, go on a cruise." To me, a cruise is like jail, but you can drown. If you want to be happy for a month, play golf. If you want to be happy for a month, buy a car. If you want to be happy for a year, win the lottery. If you want to be happy for a lifetime, surround yourself with family, teammates, and friends. I'm forever a Gull, and I appreciate everything that the faculty and staff has done at Endicott College, President Wiley, Dr. Brian Wiley. I have two professors that I'd like to recognize, and Professor Nastasi and Professor Gentili, as they were an instrumental point in my college career in guiding me through the classroom. and making me a polished student over the 4 years of my attendance. I wish all the sports teams today the best of luck, and go Gulls. I'll take this.
Leave it there. Gift from us.
Thank you, sir.